Here we are, rocking the new Pathfinder.
2013
Pathfinder.
Next-gen SUV, Nissan Pathfinder.
In Northern California. So there's this little knob here that says two-wheel drive auto and lock. What does that do? All right, Evan, what makes this better than the outgoing one?
So plenty of things.
Yeah.
We're switching from a body-on-frame platform to a new unibody structure. With that comes, about 300 to 500 pounds weight savings, best-in-class fuel economy at 26 mpg highway, great new safety features, a whole lot of innovative technology, class-exclusive around-view monitor, the 4x4i intelligent, four-wheel drive system, which we're actually, I think, going to sample in a few minutes here.
Yeah, tell me about that. How is that different from the outgoing model?
So with the new system, basically you have a selectable dial, which you'll see in the vehicle. You have a two-wheel drive mode, and that sends all your torque to the front of the vehicle for maximum fuel economy. Then you have an auto mode, and that will split the torque as needed. So if you detect slip, it'll send some more torque to the back, making sure you have traction for all weather conditions. And then there's also a 4x4 lock mode. So basically, as you're going to see, say you're on a steep hill or you're really off-roading, and you go, I think it's going to be a pretty steep incline. I don't want to wait for the system to slip. Let's lock it in now. And that you'll notice on the advanced drive assist display is a 50-50 torque split front and rear.
Now, does that mean one wheel in the front and one wheel in the back is getting traction? So it's not quite all four. It's not like a lockable differential where you would have, say, three lockable differentials, front, middle, and rear?
Correct. So it's splitting torque 50-50 between the front and rear, but to your point, not necessarily 25-25.
Right.
All four corners.
Right.
But you will notice as we go along, once you switch from 2 to auto and then 4, you'll feel the vehicle, the change in grip and how it deals with going uphill.
How important do you think it is for customers who are going to be buying the new Pathfinder to have that kind of rock crawling off-road ability? I mean, this seems like it's designed more for getting to the campground than getting past the campground.
So you hit it right on the head. We discussed earlier, the segment is really shifting from a sort of body-on-frame to a more unibody, fuel economy, a bit more luxury, comfortable feel. This vehicle we see as more, hey, I'm going to take the family, go a bit off-road to get to the cabin, or I need to get through some really snow and ice-covered roads so we can go skiing this weekend. Obviously we continue to offer the Nissan Xterra, the Nissan Armada. If someone wants to go, rock crawling on their weekends, the Xterra is certainly a great choice for that. But again, this is really to help get you through your adventure and to where you need to be. Basically, you have a rotary switch located just behind the gear stick, and you start out in two-wheel drive mode, which is what we're in now, and essentially you're sending all your torque to your front wheels. So this is great for maximizing fuel economy. If you're on a dry road, just taking the kids to school or something, you don't really need four-wheel drive capability. Then you have auto mode, which we're going to switch into in a minute. And what happens with auto mode is the system is constantly monitoring, traction and wheel grip. So if we go ahead now and switch into auto.
We're about to hit some mud, I see.
Absolutely. So you'll see the system notices when there's slip and it splits the torque equally front and rear if needed. So you'll look, you can't really see it with your camera angle, but there's the advanced drive assist display. So it's basically this 4-inch screen between the tach and the speedo. And one of the modes you can put it in shows you the torque split. So if you're in, we'll go back to two-wheel drive, I'll talk you through it. We're showing 100% front torque, 0% rear.
Yep.
But then if I go auto, and I go, through some slippery stuff, or maybe I'm on a really steep incline, and it goes, hey, look, we need more power for the back, you'll send some torque. And right now we're reading, about 70-30.
So basically this would be snow conditions, dirt road, anytime you're not sure of the kind of grip you have.
Correct.
But you will pay a price in fuel economy.
Slightly, yes. So if really you're on the highway and you want to, you know, hyper mile, definitely keep it in two-wheel drive. But if you're out and about like we are right now in beautiful Northern California, put it in auto and it will make sure that you are confident and getting where you need to go.
Now what happens when you lock it all the way, when you put it in lock?
So we're going to cover that in a minute on this incline coming up.
Yep.
We also have another neat feature where, so say we slow down, and I'll talk you through. We have some rocks and a bit of a dip below.
Yep.
And we'd walk you through. There's a rear view camera, class exclusive round view monitor.
Okay, hold on. Let's just do this.
We're gonna hit the camera button.
Yep. Now while we're doing this.
So there's cameras at both outside rear view mirrors, right? There's a camera in the front right below the grille, and there's another camera in the back in the lift gate. So basically, this puts together a composite bird's eye view of the vehicle, and you can see we're coming up to these rocks and a bit of a dip right here. And basically, you can look at the screen and go, okay, how am I on ground clearance? Am I gonna hit anything? Nope, it looks like I'm all good. And now I'm through the rough stuff. So now we're headed back up this hill in auto mode. Display is currently showing 60 front, 40% rear torque. And we are coming up to another hill. So what we're gonna do is, you can see the drive selector down here. I'm gonna click it over, and I just went into lock mode. And if you can see on the ADA, it's gonna show 50-50% torque split between the front and rear wheels. And this is, you know, really great for, like we discussed earlier, you know the conditions are gonna get rough, you're headed up a hill. So we're headed through this incline, and it's just splitting the torque and making sure we're secure.
By the way, guys, if you're looking for our first drive review of the new Pathfinder, check out tflcar.com or click on the annotation as always.